Get ready. Get set. It's time for the basement view. Well, what's going on? How's everybody doing? Man, it's here. We here. It's Monday. Got some winter weather coming this week. Sure hate it. I really do hate it. I ain't lying. How's everybody? Hope everybody's doing good this evening. I know there's some happy folks out there. You know, out there in Philadelphia and whatnot. I don't know who you was rooting for yesterday in that Super Bowl, but I hope everything turned out in your favor. Anyway, if you can, subscribe, hit that thumbs up for me, and we'll see what that algorithm will do. Hey, James, what's going on, man? How you doing? Hey, how about that game, huh? What'd you think of that? I know, for me personally, I was kind of disappointed in the play of the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, it seemed to me that game didn't quite live up to snuff, if you know what I mean. And there's one play in particular during that game that has me concerned. I gotta find a clip of that play. That's what I should have looked for today, and I didn't. But I'm gonna try and find a clip of this particular play where Mahomes threw a pass, about 10-yard pass, and the receiver really, it looked questionable about whether he was trying to catch the ball or not. Yeah, absolutely. I thought it would have been closer too. You know, I can't believe the first half. I mean, they were awful. They were reminiscent of the Bears. You know, I really didn't get it. You know, I know any given Sunday you can have a bad game. That's not the Sunday to have a bad game. Okay? That is not the Sunday to have a bad game. But I guess they did. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I gotta tell you, I kind of wanted to take a break from thinking about the politics for a minute. And then I realized if I take a break, it's just going to get worse. They weren't awful. They just got dominated. Okay. You know, I'll go with that. All right. I'll go with that. Yes, they got dominated. That is a fact. Okay? You know, I still feel like, you know, they shouldn't have got dominated that bad, you know. It's something stinks about that game. I'm gonna see if I can find this clip and I'm gonna watch the sports related videos and see if I can find this clip, because I'm gonna tell you, something was a little stinky to me. So I ain't gonna go out on a limb and say nothing, but something was a little foul to me. Hey Charles, what's happening? So that's all I'm gonna say about that. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Well, like I was finna say, I wanted to take a break from politics, but I'm like, whenever you take a break and you come back to it, it's just gonna be just that much deeper and nastier and dumber. So I'm like, all right, might as well just hang in there. Because all day long, man, it's just been one thing after another. But before I get into that, we've heard from the new Nazis again. That defensive front four against those six offensive linemen was total domination. Yeah, I agree. Can't argue with that. I cannot argue with that. They brought it. And, well, to the winner goes the spoils. They definitely brought it. You know, now I would not have bet on Kansas City because that was an even money bet. You know, you wouldn't have made any money on that. So if I would have bet it, it would have been on the Eagles. And touche to all of those that did, especially if you went by points. You know, you made good money if you went by points. So, that being that, moving along, we've heard from the new Nazis again. You know, the neo-Nazis, for those that don't know, neo means new. The new Nazis decided they gon' traipse around in the black community again. Only this time, it was a little different. These black folks out in Ohio didn't care for it. Let's have a look at a clip of these new Nazis and what happened to them.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kyle Linsky.
And I'm Paula Todi. We are following breaking news. Neo-Nazis bring their message to a busy spot along I-75.
Yeah, demonstrators and a banner were both spotted on an overpass between Evendale and the historically black village of Lincoln Heights. There was a swift response there. Local 12's Paige Barn has been in that area this afternoon and joins us now live with the latest. Paige.
Yeah, hey guys, the protesters have since cleared out, as well as the counter protests. Just before 3, right behind me on this overpass, as you mentioned, there were about 13 people who were dressed in black, waving a white supremacist flag, and some of them had swastikas, as well as carrying rifles on them. Now, shortly after, a counter protest of Lincoln Heights residents say they chased the protesters away, took the flag from the bridge, and burned it. Hamilton County Sheriff's deputies tried to disperse the residents, but they made their way to a Jeep they believed belonged to one of the white supremacists. They slashed the tires and the windows were punched out. Now, as a historically black neighborhood, residents add they will not allow hate to come in.
That's what Lincoln Heights is about. You know, you hear a lot of things, but we're a community at heart, and a proud historical African-American community. So things of that nature, symbols of that nature don't stand here. You know, it said, you know, that's a symbol of hate. We're a community of pride and love.
we're working to find out if anyone was arrested. Hamilton County Sheriff's deputies were here, Evendale, Woodlawn, Reading, as well as Cincinnati Police Departments were here as well. Live in Lincoln Heights, Paige Barnes, Local 12 News.
All right, Paige, thank you for that update there. And new tonight, the Cincinnati NAACP is responding to this display. The group says, quote, "We will hold strong in our commitment to the unity and respect for all people of all ethnicities, religions, gender, age, and sexual orientation. It is well known that people receive messages and actions in different manners. The current executive orders and actions have angered many and emboldened others. This is not normal and should not be accepted as such."
Well, apparently they didn't appreciate it. From what I understand, they had to get out of town kind of quick. You know, they brought their rifles and long guns and shit. Let's see, that just goes to show you don't have to stand by and let these fools just have their way. You know, you got to be willing to stand up. And those folks came out in numbers. They saw them out there, put the word out, and they came out in numbers and chased them fools off. Okay? Now, they was bold enough to go out there, you know, because normally they can run their ass through a black community and nobody do nothing. Okay? Nobody do a thing to them. Well, not that day. That day it was about to get kind of ugly. And they had to get in the van and get out of Dodge. Okay? So, like you say, shout out to them. They did what they were supposed to do. Absolutely, Charles. Absolutely. They did what they were supposed to do. You know, which is why it was so strange to me. And they didn't, when they did it in Gary, they didn't march down the street. So, you know, it wasn't like they parked and put up flags or nothing like that. They just rode down Broadway. So that might have been a reason why they didn't get a response. You know, maybe that's the case. Because, you know, while you might ride down the street in Broadway, it's a totally different thing, you know, to pull up, get out the truck, plant your flags and all that shit and stand around. That might have been kind of ugly. So I'm going to give the folks of Gary a pass because, you know, that reason. So, hey, at least we know what you can do. You know, you don't have to stand for that shit. We know what you can do. Kick them out of town. Yep, absolutely. And these, all these executive orders and stuff is what's firing these people up. See, this dude putting out all these orders and Elon Musk running around putting people out of work and all sorts of different craziness like that. That's what's empowering these fools. As a matter of fact, I'm going to play this other clip from this week. This week, yesterday morning. And this guy, I want y'all to listen to Senator Kennedy at the very end. Watch the clip. And at the very end, listen to what Senator Kennedy from Louisiana, the red state of Louisiana, has to say. And this is what fires them up. This is what fires up the neo-Nazis. Listen to this clip. And then at the very end, Rachel Scott interviews Kennedy out of New Orleans. Not New Orleans, Louisiana. Check it out.
Over the last 3 weeks, Elon Musk and his team at the Department of Government Efficiency have been on a singular mission: shrink the size of the federal government. And this morning, their efforts are being put to the test in a series of court challenges throughout the nation.
We're going to be doing that throughout government, and I think we're going to be very close to balancing budgets for the first time in many years.
Just as the signs came down at USAID, the humanitarian agency that's provided relief for 32 million children around the world, a federal judge halted the administration's plan to place 2,000 of the agency's workers on leave. Musk's original goal, gut the agency from 14,000 to just over 600.
This is a disaster, not just from a humanitarian standpoint, from the standpoint of all the beneficiaries who may in fact die because they won't have access to U.S. resources, but it's a disaster for U.S. national interests and national security.
For days, Musk and his team had access to sensitive information at the Department of Treasury, but a judge temporarily blocking that too, saying there was a risk of irreparable harm. The department system has the social security numbers and bank account information of millions of Americans. But the president showing no signs of slowing down.
I said, go to the next one. I'd like you to look at Department of Education. And I think you're going to find it's very similar, different but similar. And go into the military, go into everything. I mean, I want you to go into everything.
The administration sent a buyout offer for federal workers with a choice to resign now and be paid through September or run the risk of being laid off. A judge putting that on hold until at least Monday afternoon. The White House says the ruling just gives workers more time to take advantage of what they call a once-in-a-lifetime offer.
It's going to save the American people tens of millions of dollars, and we encourage federal workers in this city to accept the very generous offer.
The rapidly developing legal battles causing chaos and confusion. The president putting the entire Department of Education on the chopping block after roughly 100 employees who worked on DEI initiatives were placed on leave last week. President Trump's team also preparing an executive order directing the department to make a plan to dismantle itself and for Congress to pass a law eliminating it. His nominee to lead education, Linda McMahon, set to be in confirmation hearings this week.
I told Linda, I hope you do a great job and put yourself out of a job. And what I want to do is let the states run schools.
After weeks of relative quiet, Democrats pushing back against the administration's efforts.
We're going to be the opposition.
And turning their anger on Elon Musk.
No one elected Elon Musk to nothing. And yet, Elon Musk is seizing the power that belongs to the American people.
We have not months, we have not weeks, but we have days to stop the destruction of our democracy.
As Trump, Musk, and Doge carry out their purge of the federal government, Republicans on Capitol Hill defending their actions.
The message to my Democratic friends is, I hear your criticism, but you need to call somebody who cares.
All right. Did you hear what that man said? Did you hear what that man said? Okay. He just showed you what he thinks of the Democrats. He just showed you. That man told her the Democrats need to call somebody that cares. Did you hear that? They don't care nothing about the damage that Elon Musk could do. They don't care nothing about the people that's being put out of work. They don't care nothing about the people that's going to die because of the aid they're not getting. They don't care nothing about the programs that's not getting funded. They don't care a thing. Not a thing. This is what we're dealing with. Understand that. We're dealing with some devils. Understand that. These are the devil's minion. Okay? Gotta understand it. Fortunately, there are judges that have been stepping in and stopping them in their tracks at this point. But you got J.D. Vance out there tweeting that judges don't have no control over the executive branch. Well, I'm sorry, but just judges do. I don't know where J.D. Vance went to law school at. As a matter of fact, one judge today told Trump that they were in non-compliance with his order and that he better get in compliance quick. Now, what is he going to do? That's a good question. By the way, hit that thumbs up for me. That helps the algorithm. But what's this judge going to do? You've already said he's out of compliance with the order. He's defying a court order. What you going to do? Now, one would say send the marshals, okay, to whoever is, defying the court order. Well, that won't be the president, of course. Maybe Elon, because I don't think Elon can get, I don't know what the immunity, executive immunity or presidential immunity. I don't know if he can blanket that over to Elon or not, because Elon is not really a real employee, because A, you cannot create a department by executive order. So the department of whatever it is does not exist. Okay? I tell you what, that kills me. You got a guy who does not even work for the government running around firing people, firing thousands at a time. Okay? Even today, they told the department, what is that? The Credit Finance Protection Bureau. The bureau that protects you from fraud, from banks and all kind of financial scams. They told all them not to come to work. They shut that department down. Now explain to me, I wonder, it just dawned on me. I wonder how many people in that department were Trump supporters. And that USAID department. I wonder how many people that worked there was Trump supporters. I would love to know. I wish they would go and ask some of those people, how they voted. That would be very interesting. So, right now, the judges are standing in the way. Let's see how that holds up. Because J.D. Vance and Elon Musk have been telling Trump, don't pay the judges no attention. This is about to get good. This is about to get good. Yeah. I would love to know how many of those people voted for Trump, though, that's out of work today. Man, I would like to know that. So, not only has that been going on, but old Trump, old orange leader, also put 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum coming from anywhere outside of the U.S. You heard right. He put tariffs, 25% on steel and aluminum coming from anywhere outside of the U.S. Now, what does that mean? First of all, if you haven't already gone and gotten some canned goods, get out and get them. Go stock your pantry up with some canned goods. I'm not a particular fan of canned goods, but they will keep your ass alive, okay? Yeah, we gonna pay for it, brother. Absolutely. We gonna pay for it. So go stock up on some canned goods because you see what the eggs doing, right? Man, I saw in California, they had lines around the block to buy eggs. And stores are limiting the amount of eggs you can get. You can only get 1 carton of eggs. I thought all of this was going to be gravy when this dude got in. What happened? I thought the prices was going to come down for stuff. What happened? Now we can only get 1 carton of eggs? They rationing eggs? So, get out and get them canned goods. And guess where we get most of our aluminum from? As a matter of fact, and steel. The steel that comes into this country, guess where it comes from? Nope, not China. Canada. You heard it right, folks. Canada and Mexico. So guess what they're going to do? You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. Boy, are we going to pay for it. I mean, we are going to pay. That is, those that's going to be out buying shit. I'm cutting off the money supply right now. I'm cutting the money off. I ain't buying nothing. Okay? I done stocked up on my canned goods. Got my doggone my survival kits. You know. Hey, it's only gonna get worse. So I tell you what. And by the way, I'm just curious. Did Merrick Garland just slip out of town without a peep? Now, I would have thought before he turned over the reins to this female that Donald Trump made Attorney General, I would have thought Merrick Garland would have made some kind of speech or something. That dude just slid out of town, covered his head up. Must be time for me to go to the grocery store. Yeah, and get some canned stuff, Charles. Gotta go, hey, fill up that pantry. Again, I'm no fan of canned goods, but I am a fan of living, okay? So, at least until I can plant me some stuff outside. Shoot, cause man, I tell you, it's gonna get scary. Cause how much stuff in this country is made out of steel and aluminum, and 25% is $25 on $100. So anything that costs you $100. It's going to cost you $125. And for every $100, it's going to be $25 more. You know? That's crazy. And the American people are going to pay it. Man, I got to get out and try to find me I'm going to try to find me a Trump supporter to come on the show. Come on this platform here. I think I know just a guy, too. Hey, if you're out there listening, I'm going to call you. I want you to come. You know who you are. I want you to come on the podcast and talk to me about it. We're gonna sit down and chat. I got some questions. Oh, that was the Consumer Financial Protection Agency. That's the one they shut down. Yeah. Now, why would you shut that place down? That's crazy. That's an agency that just keeps the American people from getting cheated. Crazy. And guess what? Old Elon, he's out there today that made an offer to buy OpenAI. You know what OpenAI is? That's GPT. So Elon Musk is now trying to purchase the first AI model here in America. Imagine what Elon Musk would do with that. Imagine what he would do with that. So hopefully, the guy, I can't think of his name. I can't think of his name. He actually used to be in partnership with Elon Musk. And of course, Elon don't play well with others. So that split up. Man, and if that is not enough, Trump today signed an executive order pausing the law that bans foreign bribery. The law that bans foreign bribery. He paused that law by executive order. Really? just plain right out in the open. America's for sale. Step right up. America's for sale. You know, come on, put your bid in. Get your chunk. You know, we got plenty of room. Got plenty of stuff to sell. I mean, they literally taking the signs off of the federal buildings. I thought, hey, why are you taking the signs off of them? Oh, you getting ready to sell them. Wow. You can't make this shit up. Talk about right out in the open. Man, crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, America is for sale. I mean, he coming right out and saying it. America's for sale. Then he had the nerve to go back to that Canada being the 51st state stuff. This dude is trying to piss everybody off. I don't get it. I don't get it. But hey, I do got one note of good news. One note of good news. I got something for you. Check this out. The Proud Boys. The Proud Boys, yes, that group. They lost a lawsuit. Check it out.
It's a moment of justice nearly 5 years in the making. In December of 2020, during a pro-Trump rally, members of the far-right group the Proud Boys vandalized a Black Lives Matter banner outside the Metropolitan African Methodist Episcopal Church in Washington, D.C. The then leader of the group, Enrique Tarrio, confessing to the vandalism, and he was later sentenced to more than 5 months in jail for those and other charges. Finally, this Monday, after the Proud Boys defaulted on a nearly $3 million judgment, the church was awarded the Proud Boys trademark and any money that is made from selling the group's merchandise. Joining me now is Reverend William H. Lamar IV, the pastor at Metropolitan African Methodist Episcopal Church. Sir, it is an honor to have you here. You know, when we spoke previously, yes, it's a legal victory, and I think it's important that this judgment has been entered and you guys now have the control of the trademark. But when I shared this news on my social people were really happy because they felt like it was good news to see that the rule of law still works and that justice can still be achieved. Your thoughts about the symbolism of your black church having the trademark now and controlling the trademark of the Proud Boys?
Katie, thank you for allowing me to share our story. It is a karmic victory. It is the justice that we have sought since our first encounter here in the American Empire, and it is the justice that we will continue to seek. I believe that the Proud Boys thought that we would roll over, that we would play dead. What they did not know is that we stand in the tradition of Elizabeth Freeman, who sued for ownership of her own body in the 18th century. We stand in the tradition of Ida B. Wells Barnett, who was dogged in telling the true story about lynching and violence against Black people for political purposes. We stand in the tradition of Ella Jo Baker, who said, if the light is lifted up, the people will follow. And what we want to remind people with our victory is that the light of victory lives in each and every one of us. And we will soon be sharing on our website ways that we can connect, ways that we can grow and use the resources we will gain, not only to strengthen Metropolitan, but to strengthen other organizations, religious and otherwise, who are doing the work of freedom and justice. This victory only showcases the fact that 1,000 victories are blooming across the nation, and we need to amplify this victory. And I'm so thankful that I serve a community of people who are willing to stand, because there are many communities who would rather go quietly into the night, and we cannot do that, especially not now.
Hey, how about that? Absolutely. That is great news. The Proud Boys lost their trademark. Could you imagine just waking up and finding out that a judge awarded your trademark to a black church? And any proceeds that you make from any of the merchandise that you sell. Man, I gotta tell you, boy, I heard that. I was like, wow. Man, now there's a gut punch. There is a gut punch. Okay? I was like, man, if that ain't funny. Imagine though Enrico right now. You know, he already mad and ready to wreak vengeance on folks. But now, all the money you make, you got to change all your merchandise, because you can't sell nothing under those logos or nothing without giving it to the black church. You know, I bet they shut the website down. I bet they done took all that stuff off and shut it down. Shoot, that's crazy. I mean, wow. And matter of fact, while the Orange Wonder was out there signing executive orders, I understand while he was flying over the Gulf, he signed an executive order to officially change the name of the Gulf to the Gulf of America. That's when he was up there still talking about Canada being the 51st state. I tell you what, J.B. Pritzker had something to say about that. Check out what J.B. Pritzker had to say.
I'm here today to make an important announcement. The world's finest geographers, experts who study the Earth's natural environment, have concluded a decades-long council and determined that a Great Lake deserves to be named after a great state. So today, I'm issuing a proclamation declaring that hereinafter, Lake Michigan shall be known as Lake Illinois. The proclamation has been forwarded to Google to ensure the world's maps reflect this momentous change. In addition, the recent announcement that to protect the homeland, the United States will be purchasing Greenland, Illinois will now be annexing Green Bay to protect itself against enemies, foreign and domestic. I've also instructed my team to work diligently to prepare for an important announcement next week regarding the Mississippi River. God bless America, and bear down.
JB trolling the fool. That's crazy. JB troll the hell out of him. Oh, shoot. Hey, Charles, you're right. They're going to lose a lot of money from that stuff. They're going to lose quite a bit of money because, they probably still selling stuff, and, everything that's sold after that particular moment that the order was entered is, up for grabs. So they're going to lose some money. But JB Pritzker, he trolled the shit out of him. Oh, that was funny. Man, I gotta tell you, you can't make this shit up. You can't make it up. Man. Wow. Anyway, yeah, it is. Whew, that's funny stuff. One thing I do want to do, right quick, is right before I get out of here, I want to go, it's Monday, I'm going to go over into this Robin Hood right quick, just to look at what, I think I'm going to look at it once a week. Not going to pay it a whole bunch of attention, but I'm going to look at it once a week and track this one stock we purchased on live on this thing. Well, actually, I didn't purchase it live, but anyway, I put the order in live. It didn't execute till Monday. So let's have a look right quick, just to see if it's doing anything unusual. No, nothing unusual. Let's see. Let's do this right here. It might have timed out. Let's go here. Okay, let's look here. You can see here, actually, it is up $3. That's interesting. Cool. So, again, it may go up or down a little. This stock, the average cost was $9.70, as you can see. And this is the price today. So it's been a week, $3.70 return. But this is not the reason we bought it. Now, we know it can go up or go down. But the reason we bought it will become apparent later on in the month. Okay? And this is the crypto stuff. Looks like that's gone down a little. Okay. So, anyway, not going to worry about that. Let's see, purchased it at 36 cents. It's down to 32 cents, down $5. Big deal. Not worried about that. That was a pure speculation play. So, okay. We're going to go right back up here and go back here And that was that. So, again, I'll be getting into that here pretty soon and going over some other technicals about that. Just wanted to look in on it for today to see where we are. That's all I wanted to do with that. So that's okay the way it is. Before I get out of here, I want to do one more thing. I want to let y'all know. I'm going to play this clip and understand something. I literally lived this clip. Okay? I lived this clip. Watch this.
Motherfucker, this is bull fucking shit. Fix my fucking TV, Jake.
Well, I'm confused. What happened? Why did you press the wrong button on your...
I pressed shit on the damn thing. I was watching Monday Night Raw, and all of a sudden it done this shit, and I can't get it back.
I think you pressed the wrong button.
No, I ain't pressed no button.
Try pressing the menu button on it.
What fucking menu button? I don't see no menu button.
It's on the top left corner.
There ain't no menu button up there. Well, hell, you know more about this motherfucking shit than I do. Son of a bitch. Sitting here getting ready to watch my Monday Night Raw, and it just started coming on, and this shit pops up. Now why? Channel 7. It ain't even supposed to be on fucking 7. There's still no fucking signal. No signal. See, that's what it does. Fuck.
Hey, the volume's working.
Yeah, the volume's working, but nothing else is working on the motherfucker. Did you pay the damn Netflix bill?
Huh?
Motherfucker. Did you pay the bill for it? Son of a bitch.
Well, you got an old-ass remote. I told you we should have got a smart TV.
Motherfuck. Pissing me the fuck off.
Granny, calm down. I'm going to call Netflix right now.
Call Netflix my fucking ass.
Netflix
ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing.
Give me a second.
Fuck, give you a second, my ass. Son of a bitch.
Stop it!
There's my minute. I was...
Get ready. I gotta tell you. You know what? I lived through that. That was a memory straight out of my my past. Okay? I experienced that exact situation. I mean, the exact situation. Anyway, I'm going to call it good right about there. Hey, gang. We're going to keep watching this shit and see what goes on. I got to tell you, it's only going to get worse. But boy, is it going to be entertaining. I'm going to go out and find a Republican, a MAGA. Matter of fact, if you out there, you know who I'm talking about. I'm going to call you. I want you to come on the podcast so I can ask you some questions. So anyway, yeah, hey, she was pissed. Hey, man, check this out. My mom. I went through that exact same thing. Dude. Oh, man. That brought back such a memory. Y'all wouldn't believe. That brought back a memory like it was yesterday. Boy. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here, call it good. And as usual, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. And I'll see you Wednesday, 7 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time. And as always, if there's something you want to send me, get my attention or something, or ask a question, anything, send me an email. On that note, you all have a good night. And I'll see you Wednesday. All right? Take it easy.